Hello, my name's Daniel Mathers, and I love sheet music. Sheet music is something that I can read relatively easily, and so it's what I use to learn and teach a lot of my private singing. But recently it's come to my attention that a lot of my students don't know how to read sheet music, and that's completely fine. For a lot of people, it's not that they actively haven't tried, it's just that it's something that's never come across to them. In this video, I hope to explain how to read sheet music if you're just given a piece of sheet music and you have no understanding of music theory at all. So I'm going to be explaining a lot of these theories and concepts quite quickly. I'm not going to go into loads of detail about them, but basically, hopefully, by the end of this video, you should be able to just get a piece of sheet music and be able to, at the very least, understand where you should be looking on the page and how to go away and note bash your part. So we're just going to jump in and start looking at a piece of sheet music. This is Tonight Belongs to You from the musical The Prom, written by Chad Beguilin and Matthew Schuyler. The first things that you will look at, naturally, when you look at a piece of sheet music, is up the top, you've got the title. Tonight Belongs to You, big, usually in big block letters, but it's always big, bold at the top. Sometimes you'll also get, if it's from a particular album or a particular show, underneath you will occasionally get a thing saying from, and in this case it would be from The Prom. Just below that, on the right hand side of the page, you've got the composers. Generally, on the top right hand side, you would have the composer, and you would have the musical composer, so whoever wrote the music, and then occasionally on the left, opposite that, you'll have the lyricist. For example, in this piece of sheet music, which is I've Been from the musical Next to Normal, you can see on the top right hand side it says music by Tom Kitt, and then matching that on the left side of the page you've got lyrics by Brian Yorkey. This is the standard way that sheet music is laid out, so if you ever just see, for whatever reason the music doesn't specify who's the composer and who's the lyricist, but instead just has names in either of those places, you can generally assume that the composer of the music is on the right and the lyricist is on the left. Next thing you might notice on this page is the little text that comes just above where the music starts. You can see here it says bouncy shuffle swing eighths. That is the tempo marking. The tempo marking just is used to show how fast the music goes. In this piece, it doesn't specify a specific tempo, but if we look at a piece like this, which is Caught in a Storm from the musical Smash, you can see that where before it just had words above the music starting, you can actually see this little marking here that says musical note equals 112. And that means that the music is running at 112 beats per minute. That is the tempo of the music. So if I turned on my metronome, which is built into this piano, but if it's not built into your piano or whatever you're using to look at the sheet music with and examine it, there are quite a few good metronome apps that you can get for both Apple and Android. It's just as simple as going into the App Store or the Play Store and typing in metronome. If I set the metronome to the same thing, 1, 2, 3, 4, that is 112 beats per minute, which means if I were to play along to this, this is the tempo that I'd be playing at. So that is what that would be. Next thing to tackle is the actual musical staves themselves. A stave is that collection of 5 lines that you see. You see it once here, and then 2 more times there. So all of those are referred to as musical staves, going from top to bottom. On most sheet music, most sheet music that most singers will come across anyway, the top line is generally the solo singer line. So in this piece of music, you've only got one singer at the beginning, so that is where you're looking to get your notes. and the lyrics, as you can see in this fourth bar here. Each line of the stave is separated by what's called a bar line, which is a line that separates the bars. So we've got one bar here, and we've got another bar there, another bar there, and another bar there. So you've got 4 bars in the first, what is called a system of staves. Since the singer's line is the top stave, the bottom 2 staves are for the pianist. Most sheet music in Western notated standardized sheet music is written for at least one singer and one pianist. The piano is the main instrument used in sheet music. That's just the way that Western music has been created and notated for the most part. You'll notice on the side that it's got a little bracket that combines the 2 staves for the piano, and what that signifies is that you've got 2 hands when playing a piano for the most part, and the right hand is on the top stave and the left hand is on the bottom stave for the most part. It can be very changed, but in 95% of sheet music that you will ever look at, this is the case. So remembering that this top stave is the right hand and this bottom stave is the left hand. So if we got our sheet music and turned it to the side, we would be able to infer that the right hand is closest to the higher end of the piano, left hand, lower end. Thank you for watching, my name's Daniel, and I hope this has been helpful. Cheers guys!